Have you ever wondered why, after years of striving for leadership roles, so many of us hesitate when the time comes to take on more responsibility? Why are healthcare leaders, those at the top of the corporate ladder, resigning at an alarming rate? And even more concerning, why are we seeing an epidemic of quiet quitting sweeping through organizations? These are questions we need to answer to ensure we not only retain our leaders but also maintain the passion and engagement in our teams. As leaders, it's crucial we understand what's happening in the workforce and explore how we can prevent it, especially in healthcare and other high-pressure industries. Leadership is often seen as the pinnacle of success, but what happens when those who reach the top decide to step away or worse, quietly disengage? It's a question that's been on my mind a lot recently. To begin answering these questions, let's start with one of the most pressing issues. Why do leaders who have worked so hard to get to the top suddenly stop pursuing leadership roles altogether? Becoming a leader takes vision, drive, and sacrifice. But somewhere along the way, many leaders reach a point where they start asking themselves, is this still worth it? It's not uncommon to feel overwhelmed by the constant pressure of expectations, responsibilities, and the relentless need to perform. Over time, that exhaustion starts to erode the passion for leadership. Many leaders struggle with burnout. They sacrifice their work-life balance for the sake of the team, and over time that takes its toll. As the work piles up, the enthusiasm fades, and before they know it, what once was an exciting challenge now feels like a constant burden. Why are healthcare leaders and C-suite executives resigning at a higher rate than ever before? Headlines like CFO abruptly exits or 8 hospital CEOs step down in the last month are becoming more and more frequent. It's a challenge that's not just limited to healthcare, but the healthcare sector seems to be particularly affected. In healthcare, the stress on leaders is at an all-time high. They're tasked with making life or death decisions, managing chronic staff shortages, and navigating the emotional toll of serving patients and families in crisis. Add to that the constant pressure of budget cuts, evolving regulations, and ever-increasing public scrutiny, and it's no wonder that many of these leaders are burning out. The demands have never been greater and the resources often never enough. The demands of leading an organization, especially post-pandemic, have never been higher. Leaders are expected to steer companies through uncertainty, manage remote workforces, and drive growth, all while dealing with personal burnout and declining mental health. Even if not actually leaving, many employees are quietly quitting. So what does that mean? It's when employees mentally and emotionally disengage from their work but still do the minimum required to get by. There's a lack of fulfillment. And it's often the result of leaders failing to create an environment where employees feel valued, challenged, and connected to the organization's mission. Quiet quitting doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process where employees become disillusioned and disconnected, often because they don't see the bigger purpose or feel unsupported in their roles. Failing to retain talent is a failure on multiple levels and a huge loss for the company. After we understand the problem, we can develop solutions to prevent mental and physical detachment from our greatest asset, our people. So how do we retain leaders and prevent quiet quitting in our organizations? It all comes down to creating a supportive and sustainable environment. Are you expecting your leadership team to always be on, responding to calls and texts late into the night? If so, how does that impact their ability to lead effectively? Leaders need time to recharge. When they're constantly overworked, their effectiveness diminishes. Encourage your leadership teams to take time off, invest in personal well-being, and maintain a healthy balance between work and personal life. When leaders take time for themselves, they're better equipped to support their teams. Leaders, especially in healthcare, need to understand the why behind their work. Without a clear sense of purpose, burnout becomes inevitable. Ask yourself, does every project align with your company's mission? Does it resonate personally with your team members? When the work misaligns with the why, mental burnout sets in. Look within yourself to understand your own core values, passions, and strengths, and integrate them with what you do. This alignment will keep you engaged. Ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave? How does my work contribute to what I care about? Remind yourself regularly of why you chose leadership. When you reconnect with your purpose, it reignites your drive. Leadership development isn't just about offering a seminar or a one-off workshop, it's about fostering a growth mindset and providing continuous support. Make leadership development a priority by offering ongoing training, coaching, and mentorship programs. Every situation you handle and every tough interaction teaches you lessons that can guide others. My company offers quarterly leadership training and support programs to ensure we can continuously develop ourselves and others. These programs build a giving community and foster resilience, allowing leaders to pivot their perspectives and grow from challenges. Recognition goes a long way in reducing disengagement. When people feel appreciated for their hard work, it boosts morale and motivation. Create a team-first environment where collaboration is encouraged and individual contributions are celebrated. Imagine as you walk into work each day how each team member is contributing to a better environment. How can you, as a leader, help them feel valued in return? So, what can we do as leaders to make a difference? We need to acknowledge the challenges leaders face, provide them with the tools and support they need, and create a culture where they feel both valued and empowered to succeed. Leadership doesn't have to be a lonely journey. When we support each other, communicate openly, and focus on well-being, we can prevent burnout, reduce quiet quitting, and retain our strongest leaders. As a leader, it's your job to set the tone and make the change you want to see in your organization. Let's continue this conversation. Have you experienced burnout or quiet quitting within your organization? What steps are you taking to foster a culture of engagement and well-being? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more leadership tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.